Hey Gainsters, I have had quite a few of you, I've noticed, struggling with different emotional obstacles. And these are usually triggered by a specific event. And I wanted to share with you guys this awesome exercise that you can do when you have an emotionally triggering event happen, because it's pretty cool. Our emotions, so every emotion that we experience has like a physiological effect on our body, right? So our emotions affect the physiology because they are releasing certain chemicals inside of our brain and hormones in our body, and that's what makes us feel a certain way. But it's not just hormones, it's also energy. So there is like a huge energy field going on all the time around us, and there's tons of energy within our body as well. And certain emotions we feel them as energy. And I used to think that this was like sounded super woo-woo or hokey. But learning more about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's actually not that weird, and it actually makes a lot of sense. And how we can like kind of get energy trapped inside of our body. And so this simple exercise can help you kind of like release that energy that you don't want in your body, because a lot of time like someone can put their negative energy onto us, so to say, or we feel negatively about something, and a lot of these can also be triggered by our past experiences. So maybe someone didn't mean to cause a negative reaction inside of us, but because maybe we have like poor self-esteem from an experience when we were younger, and someone said something that triggered these thoughts and emotions from when we were younger, and it causes us to kind of relive and re-experience those emotions and feel that energy from past experiences in our lives that we never like released, and we never got that energy out of us. So this is a really cool exercise. I'm gonna get to the point here now, I promise. And I don't teach this very often, so I'm sorry if this is coming across as like kind of mumbo jumbo. I'm trying to teach this in the best way. I'm obviously not a professional in this aspect. However, I feel that I know enough to share, and I want to help you guys with this because it's helped me so much. So I want to give you guys a tactical exercise to help with emotional regulation and releasing negative energy that you don't want anymore. And I've tried this recently, and it was a total game changer. Someone said something to me that triggered me to just want to close off, right? And I felt so just awful about myself, and it brought back all of these like insecurities that I had. And I don't think that person meant any harm like at all, but I took it just very, very hard. Like it was very hard for me to hear, and it kind of put me in this negative state and kind of in this negative spiral. And I didn't want it to affect me because I had calls that I had to attend, and I wanted to help people, and I wanted to be there for my kids, and I wanted to have fun with my kids. And I'm like, I don't want this like negative energy to affect me all day, but I also don't want to lie to myself and pretend like this didn't affect me either. So I think there's like a good balance, right? We can't just pretend like they don't exist, because it's gonna be there and it's gonna affect us. So what we have to do is like release those emotions and those thoughts, and then replace them with the thoughts and emotions that we do want to have. So, and there actually has to be movement with this, because the energy is inside of our body. So this is what you do. And if you're watching this video, sorry, my chair's getting stuck on my rug. if you're watching this, do this with me. But you'll bring your arms up and pull them down, almost like a lat pull down. Squeeze your shoulder blades, look up, and then take a deep breath and fold over. And then come up, pull down, and fold over. Okay, and while you're doing this, like, think of your like thought that is, you know, triggering you or making you feel negative. You do have to like bring that to the surface. Okay, so bring that thought, bring that emotion to the surface while you're doing this movement. You know, so for me, I'm like, I felt really insecure about my social skills. I know it sounds funny now, but it was very triggering for me in the moment. And I love that, like, I could laugh about this now because I allowed myself to go there and explore it and kind of release that energy. But keep going. If you're doing this exercise, you want to keep doing this, you know, a few times. And the more you do this, like in the moment of it actually happening, the quicker you release that energy and can move on with your day, okay? Sometimes it might take longer. Sometimes you can release the energy pretty quick. But once you do that, like about 10 to 15 times, okay, rub your hands together, create warmth and heat and energy, and then place one hand on the back of your neck and one hand on your sacrum. And this helps to, oh my, getting chills in my legs. This helps move your spinal fluid, okay? So you're moving your spinal fluid throughout your spine and just getting that movement. So a lot of our emotions, that energy gets trapped in our intestines and our different organs inside of our body. And that's why we feel different emotions differently within, you know, if you feel sick to your stomach about something like that, there's something there. We feel love in our hearts, right? There's something there. So hold this here and then just take some nice deep breaths. And then we're gonna do that a few times, honestly, as many as you need to. And then I want you to then replace, this is the important part, is replacing those negative thoughts, or there's those self-doubt, limiting thoughts, and replace those with your affirmation of what you want. So for my affirmation was, I don't need anyone's approval. I don't need anyone's approval to be happy and to have a good day. I can be myself and show up intentionally how I want to, without seeking anyone's approval. And so that was just like, my affirmation was like, I don't need anyone's approval, you know. And then I was replacing that negative energy with a good, more positive energy, okay? I don't need anyone's approval. And if you say it out loud, that's even better while you're doing this movement. And then you're creating that new energy throughout your body. And do that movement again, okay, about 10 to 15 times. Rub your hands together and then move that spinal fluid. And then if you want to get super awesome, drastic results, after you've done this a few times, raise your arms up in the air and shout your affirmation as loud as you can. I don't need anyone's approval, or I am the boss, or, you know, I can make good, healthy choices. Whatever your affirmation is that you need, like, you want that kind of energy flowing through your body, because different thoughts, different experiences create different emotions and different energy flowing in our body. So being intentional, you know, and that's why having your vision is so important. and then being intentional with how you want to feel and the thoughts that you want to have, having those written out, and then adding this exercise into even your daily life. Like, I actually started doing this when I wake up, because I've been waking up super stiff and my neck hurts, and because I'm pregnant, and I want to just like be like, oh my gosh, I feel miserable today. And I will just, put my feet over the edge of the bed, plant my feet on the ground, and I'll do this a few times. I'll go through this exercise, releasing that negative energy and telling myself that like I feel good, that I have energy, I can create the energy I need for the day, and I can go about my day and be a good mother, I can be a good coach, I can be a good leader, and saying all those affirmations, and I feel incredible, and I carry that energy with me throughout the day, and it is awesome. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope it's helpful. Let me know if you do this, if you try this, how it goes for you. Let me know your experiences. Share in the Facebook group. Peace, love, gains.